What's going on, guys? This is Dan from Creekers Performance here, and I haven't been on in a while because I've been working on other things besides my car. I'm trying to do like 8 things at once here. So sorry, I know I said I was going to try to update every week, but I do what I can. Anyway, so I did get the torqhead set up, installed on the LT1, and threw it inside the Camaro. The engine is, in fact, in the Camaro. And I didn't really film it because nothing really uneventful happened. The kit set up just the kit that came with what I ordered set up just like anything else. And if you want to see how that sets up, there's so many other people that have done it. You can YouTube that and watch those videos all day long. Mine was no different. I did film it. I just didn't post it just because nothing uneventful happened. However, due to my stupidity, I didn't seat the torque converter all the way when I bolted it to the engine, and it was like just not seated by a little bit, and I didn't catch it, and it freaking broke the pump rotor on the transmission. I didn't discover it until after I already lowered the engine, or lowered the car on top of the engine and the subframe and the transmission. And so when I went to go turn the motor over with a wrench to do the torque converter bolts, I had to use pry bar and go tooth for tooth on the flex plate, and finally it worked itself free. So transmission came back out, and as some of you know, with F-body cars, those transmission bolts are fun. I end up having to go to AutoZone and get a good pair of swivel sockets. I have the little socket this big with the swivel. I actually had to get where the socket head is integrated into the swivel itself. Yeah. So pump rotors in 3 pieces in the pump. I removed it, ordered a new pump rotor, a new kit. So that's coming this week. And yeah, only other snags I've ran across is that the engine that was in my car was originally a Caprice engine or Roadmaster or something that had iron heads. And it had B-body accessory drive brackets. I ordered an F-body hub from Torqhead. So you can imagine when I went to go bolt everything together, I was 3/8 of an inch off. Too far in on the engine. And I was not pulling that hub back off. And some of you that are gearheads probably know that the hubs on the LT1s are kind of goofy. Previous owner of that engine kind of jacked it up a little bit, and I was luckily able to get a tap and die and save the bolt and save the thread side of the crankshaft. It's like he just beat it on with a hammer and used the bolt to drive it on the rest of the way. When I did my setup for my torqhead hub, I actually got an actual installation tool where it threads all the way in, and it's kind of like a glorified power steering pulley installer, and it and it actually pushes it on. So we did that, and it worked out good. Then I was not taking it back off, so I ordered an F-body car accessory drive bracket. Of course, I find this out after I already dressed the front of the engine and got a belt and looked and said, oh shit, my belt is going into the side of my tensioner. This isn't good. And I thought it was something weird because my engine had a BBK underdrive pulley, which I'm not a big fan of. There's no rubber insulator. It's just a piece of aluminum. And I think GM kind of put that rubber insulator between built into the harmonic balancer for a reason. So I ordered another harmonic balancer thinking, okay, well maybe the balancers are different. they're not. So I ended up getting a new accessory drive bracket. And yeah, the computer you're going to get with torqhead is really nice. It is a true LS1 computer. Torqhead puts their little faceplate on it where you can use the LT1 harness with their computer. Guys, this thing is really plug and play. I cannot stress this enough. My car, the wiring was kind of jacked, so I had to go through it and make sure everything was good. I had to run a Class 2 serial data and update to an OBD2 plug. And yeah, got that all taken care of. And because I live in a county in Ohio where we have an e-check, I had to retain evap and catalytic converters in rear O2s. And Paul is the owner of torqhead. He said he's never done one before. And I told him all you gotta do is give me the pins of what I need to add and enable the codes. And he did. And I could sit there in HP tuners and vent the tank, purge the tank, vent to the engine, see all that fun stuff. And from what I can tell, it's working. Now, I have not gotten the engine running yet. I do have the coils mounted on the valve covers. They were shitty valve covers. I don't care. Probably going to take it back off and paint them at some point. But I had to weld nuts to the top of the valve covers. And I just bolted LS coil brackets on top. I had to notch them so I had room for my oil fill and my breather. And I ended up spacing the coils a little bit up because I have the square coils from an LQ9. I think I get spark plug wires still. And I'm waiting on my pump rotor, my pump vane kit, and a cross member for the transmission. And then we're going to slam it all together and get the transmission back inside the car, jack the transmission up, and start working on the exhaust. I need a power steering pump now because, of course, they're different. Why would they be the same? What the heck were you thinking? Why would you think that they would be interchangeable? So yeah, there's that. I haven't pulled the pump off the B-body bracket yet, so I gotta tell you, it's not gonna work. I need a pump where it feeds from the side. The B-body feeds from the back. So, as always, I need another line too. More money. Why do I love these cars? I have no clue. Anyways, everything with the torqhead setup went ideal. Guys, I'm so close to firing this car up. You have no idea. I've been picking at it little by little. And the reason why I'm not out in the garage because it's 10:30 at night and I'm doing this right before I go to bed. I just want to give you guys an update. So yeah, anybody with an LT1 car, please check out torqhead 24X system. It is easily the best $1,000 you can buy for this car, for any LT1 car, and never have to worry about an out-spark again. You can tune it like an LS car. It's just easy. And, you know, you can think about it as, well, I could just get a really good OptiSpark. I've seen MSDs fail in 2 weeks. I've seen MSDs fail in 2 years. I've seen MSDs never fail out at all. That's $500. By the time you buy a second OptiSpark, you're already at what it costs for a torqhead setup. So, just keep that in mind. And that's all I got for now. I'm going to do another update soon. Please, guys, I'm new at doing this, so bear with me here. I just want you guys to know that. And have a wonderful night. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe.